My child, my beloved, come closer to this message. Archangel Michael says to you right now, there is something heaven has been trying to tell you for days, but today the urgency has increased. Something connected to your sister is unfolding silently, and heaven refuses to let you walk blindly into the storm. My beloved, do not ignore what your spirit feels at this very moment, because this message is the only doorway to the truth you were not meant to discover on your own. My child, listen carefully before this message begins. Heaven wants you to stay connected. If you feel the energy rising in your heart, subscribe and stay with this divine light, because every time you return, the angels find you faster, and the warnings reach you before the danger does. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, the truth about your sister is not coming to harm you, but to free you. Something she hid, something she thought no one would ever see, has started shining in the light. My beloved, the moment heaven looked at her actions, a divine alert was released in your name, because what she does next will affect the path of your life. My child, do not take this message lightly. God is showing me a veil lifting, a shadow moving, a secret she tried to bury, but heaven is uncovering piece by piece. Every second you stay, the truth gets louder. Every second you read, the path ahead becomes clearer. Do not move away from this divine moment. My beloved, the angels say her intentions are not fully dark, but her choices are guided by a fear she never shared with you, a fear that pushed her to take steps that heaven cannot ignore anymore. My child, God says this is not punishment. This is protection. A shield is being placed around you today, my child. Archangel Michael says, I saw her walking in confusion. I saw her holding something she thought belonged only to her. But the moment she tried to hide it, the heavens whispered your name. They said, protect the chosen one before the truth breaks in the wrong way. My beloved, this is why you are here. You were brought to this message by divine timing, not coincidence. My beloved, listen to this whisper in your heart, because heaven is speaking only to you now. Something about your sister's steps could have created pain for you. Not because she wanted to hurt you, but because she believed you would never find out. But heaven did. And now heaven is revealing it to you before it becomes a storm. My child, the angels are showing me a moment. A moment where you will feel a sudden clarity about something she said, something she did, something that didn't make sense back then. You will understand it soon. Heaven says, do not judge. Do not fear. Just prepare. The truth is coming like light breaking through a closed room. My beloved, every time you continue reading, the light around you grows stronger. This message is not just words. It is a divine intervention, a spiritual interruption. Heaven stepped into your timeline to reveal what the world tried to hide. My child, I see Archangel Michael spreading his wings around you. A protection so strong that even hidden actions lose their power. He says, beloved, you are not alone in this. I am walking with you. I am revealing her truth not to hurt you but to save you from hurt, my child. Something connected to her past decision is rising again. A choice she made that started small but is now echoing into your destiny. Heaven says the moment this truth appears, your entire understanding of her will shift. My beloved, do not stop reading. Every paragraph unlocks a new layer of the divine message meant only for you. If you leave now, you will miss the part heaven wants you to hear most. My child, heaven says your heart is more sensitive than you show. You feel energies before people speak. You sense changes before they happen. And that is why God chose you to receive this warning first. You are spiritually alert. You are divinely connected. You are the chosen one in your family. My beloved, I hear Archangel Michael saying, prepare your spirit. A revelation is coming that will remove confusion and bring clarity you have needed for months. The truth may surprise you, but it will also free you. My child, my beloved, stay right here. Heaven is not finished speaking to you. This is the part the angels were waiting for you to reach. Do not step away now. Archangel Michael says the next moments will reveal why your spirit felt uneasy these last few days. My beloved, there is a whisper in the unseen realm right now, and it carries your name. A shift is happening quietly in your family energy, and your sister is standing at the center of it. Not because she is your enemy, but because she is carrying a truth she was never meant to hold alone. Heaven says it is time for you to know what was hidden from you. My child, listen to the vibration of this moment. Your soul can feel the message before your mind understands it. Archangel Michael says, beloved, your heart already sensed this. You noticed small signs, small changes, small silences. You did not imagine it. Heaven confirms what your intuition has been trying to tell you. My beloved, there is something your sister tried to manage by herself. Something she thought she could solve without affecting you. But divine eyes saw where this path was leading, and heaven stepped in. Heaven said, reveal it to the chosen one before this becomes a burden too heavy. My child, do not fear. Nothing here is meant to break you. Everything here is meant to strengthen you, protect you, elevate you. You are being shown the truth because you carry the spiritual maturity to handle it. My beloved, Archangel Michael shows me a moment when your sister made a promise. A promise she could not keep. Not out of betrayal, but out of confusion, fear, or pressure. This promise created a chain reaction that was about to reach you. But heaven blocked it. My child, your angels intercepted the situation before it touched your destiny. This is divine interference. A miracle created in silence to protect your path. My beloved, the reason you are reading this exact message right now is because heaven said, tell them before they walk into something blind. Your eyes are being opened gently, not to judge her, but to understand what lies ahead. My child, you have carried pain alone before, and heaven refuses to let that happen again. This time you will not suffer silently. This time you will not be surprised. This time you will walk with divine clarity. My beloved, Archangel Michael is lifting a veil from your spirit. You may begin to remember moments where your sister acted strangely, where her words did not match her emotions, where she avoided certain topics, where she seemed distant. This was not random. These were signs of the hidden weight she carried. Heaven says she reached a point where the truth could not stay covered anymore. Her actions may come from panic or guilt or fear of disappointing you. But no matter the reason, the truth is rising like light breaking through darkness. My beloved, you will not be harmed by this truth. Instead, you will be prepared, strengthened, protected. My child, Archangel Michael says, I am standing beside you. Nothing hidden will touch you without my permission. My beloved, feel the energy around you now. It is shifting. Angels are adjusting the vibration of your surroundings, clearing away confusion, preparing your spirit to receive the next part of the revelation. My child, do you feel the slight heaviness lifting from your chest? That is not imagination. That is Archangel Michael removing fear before it forms. My beloved, heaven says, what is coming will not break them. It will awaken them. My child, this is why you cannot stop reading. This message is unfolding like a divine scroll. Layer after layer, truth after truth, your destiny is being aligned with the clarity you deserve. My beloved, stay with this message. Every word you read is guiding you deeper into the truth heaven wants you to know. My child, there is more, much more. And heaven says, now is the moment to reveal the next piece. My child, my beloved, do you feel how your heart is beating a little faster right now? As if something inside you already knows this message is not ordinary time but divine timing. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, heaven did not allow you to miss this. There were moments you could have scrolled past, been distracted, or turned away, but something gently pulled you back here. That something is not random. It is the voice of God protecting you from walking blindly into what is unfolding. My child, heaven is showing me a scene. You and your sister standing on two paths that look close, yet they are not the same path anymore. Her choices have quietly taken a different road. You still love her. Heaven knows this. But love does not mean you should be left in darkness. My beloved, listen carefully. God is not exposing her to shame her. God is exposing what needs to be seen so that your destiny does not get tied to a chain that was never meant for you. My child, there is a conversation you did not hear, a meeting you were not in, a decision made about you without your presence. And heaven says, enough. It is time. The chosen one knows. My beloved, Archangel Michael whispers, you have always been the one who forgives easily, gives easily, trusts easily. But this time, heaven refuses to let your kindness be used against you. My child, something she did or agreed to has your name attached to it, even if you didn't sign it. A word spoken, a promise made, a plan discussed. She thought it would never come back to you. But in the spirit realm, nothing is hidden from God. My beloved, this is why your spirit has been restless. You may have felt sudden heaviness, sudden confusion, sudden thoughts like is something wrong? Why do I feel this distance? Why do I sense something but nobody is saying it? That was not overthinking. That was spiritual sensing. My child, heaven says you are spiritually sensitive even when you doubt it. You pick up energies and motives before words are spoken. This is one of your gifts, and the enemy tried to make you think you were too emotional or too dramatic, when actually you were too prophetic for them to understand. My beloved, listen. Archangel Michael says, there is a truth that would have come to you in a painful way if heaven had not intervened, but we refuse to let you be ambushed. My child, imagine this truth like a storm cloud. Your sister has been standing under it for some time. She thought she could carry it alone. But as the cloud grew darker, the rain was about to spill over into your life, too. Heaven said no. My beloved, God is not trying to turn you against her. God is trying to prepare your heart so that when you see what you will see, you respond with wisdom and not shock, with boundaries and not bitterness, with understanding and not self-blame. My child, a time is coming soon when something about her will be revealed. Maybe through her words, maybe through another person, maybe through a situation that cannot be covered anymore. And in that moment, you will remember this message. My beloved, you will remember that heaven warned you. Heaven prepared you. Heaven strengthened you. My child, Archangel Michael says, do not go searching for the scandal. Do not go digging in the dark. The truth will come to you without you chasing it. Your task is not to investigate. Your task is to stay aligned with God while heaven rearranges what must be rearranged. My beloved, as you keep reading, angels are already working in the unseen. They are standing between you and what was meant to harm your peace. They are redirecting events so that you are not caught off guard. My child, heaven is asking you something right now. Will you trust that we are handling this? Will you trust that when this hidden action comes into the light, we will also provide you strength to face it? My beloved, the anxiety you feel about, what if, is not from God. God is not giving you this message to create fear but to remove the power of surprise. My child, you are not weak. You are not fragile. You are not easily destroyed. You have survived things that would have finished others. Heaven knows your capacity. But just because you are strong does not mean you should keep being blindsided. My beloved, heaven is honoring your heart. My child, there is also a reason your sister did what she did. Her hidden action did not come from nowhere. She has wounds, insecurities, old fears, patterns of survival she never healed from. Instead of running to God, she ran to secrecy. My beloved, heaven is asking you to listen from a place of understanding, not to excuse wrong actions, but to see that she too is a soul in pain. Sometimes people in pain make choices that cause more pain. My child, when the truth is revealed, you will have a decision to make. Will you respond with anger only? Or will you respond with a spiritual wisdom that says, I see what you did. I feel the hurt, but I also see what broke you before you did this. My beloved, this is why heaven is training your heart even now. So that when you stand in that moment, you respond like a child of light, not like a prisoner of hurt. My child, Archangel Michael says, we are not just revealing what she did. We are revealing who you are. You are not the victim of this story. You are the chosen one being positioned. You are the one heaven is talking to first. You are the one heaven trusts with this knowledge. My beloved, close your eyes for a moment in your heart and breathe. Feel the angels around you. Even where you are sitting right now, heaven is not far. The atmosphere around you is shifting as you receive this. My child, heaven uses even painful truths as tools to set you free. There is something God needs to separate, something God needs to adjust, something God needs to heal. And this situation with your sister is part of that alignment. My beloved, another thing heaven wants you to know. Do not blame yourself for what she did. Do not say, maybe I should have seen it earlier. Maybe I am the reason she acted like this. No, my child, you are not responsible for choices made in secret. You are responsible for how you respond when heaven reveals them. My beloved, Archangel Michael stands guard over you. There are certain doors that will now remain closed, people you will not be able to trust in the same way, spaces you will not be guided to step into again. This is protection, not punishment. My child, heaven is whispering. Your discernment is increasing. Your eyes are opening. Your spirit is becoming sharper. You will begin to notice not only your sister's energy, but the energy of others around you. Heaven is training you to see beyond words. My beloved, right now, let your heart absorb this. You are not losing everything. You are losing what was secretly working against you. You are gaining peace, clarity, and spiritual elevation. My child, if this message is reaching deep into you, if you feel as if someone is reading your soul, stay connected to this voice from heaven. Subscribe with your spirit. Tell heaven, I am listening. I am available. Keep guiding me. And each time you return to this divine space, a new layer of your destiny will be revealed step by gentle step. My beloved, there is more that heaven wants to share. We have not yet reached the moment where the vision becomes clear. We are only preparing the soil of your heart. My child, do you feel it? This message is not just information. It is transformation. Heaven is shaping the way you will stand in the days to come. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, the truth is coming, but so is your victory. The shaking is coming, but so is your stability. The revealing is coming, but so is your restoration. My child, this is only the unfolding. The next part carries deeper revelation about what will happen when the truth finally comes out and how heaven will position you in that very moment. My beloved, stay with me. Do not walk away from what heaven started. The story is not finished. My child, my beloved, heaven is pulling you even closer now. The atmosphere around this message is becoming heavier with truth and lighter with divine protection at the same time. This only happens when a revelation is extremely close. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, you are ready for the next layer. Do not fear what I'm about to reveal. Fear what would have happened if heaven stayed silent. My child, listen. Something involving your sister is connected to a turning point in your destiny. You were never meant to cross that point without guidance. That's why heaven brought you here before the moment arrives. My beloved, I see an image in the spiritual realm. A door with your name on it, shining, glowing, ready to be opened. But right in front of it, there is a shadow. Your sister stood in front of that door without knowing she was blocking something meant for you. Not intentionally, not maliciously, but because of confusion and fear, she placed herself between you and a divine opportunity. My child, heaven is now moving her aside gently, not to punish her, but to clear your path. My beloved, the angels say, there is something the chosen one must receive. No human confusion can be allowed to stand in the way. My child, the hidden action she took created a ripple effect, one that would have changed your direction or delayed something heaven wanted to give you sooner. This is why God stepped in. This is why the truth is rising. This is why you are here reading this message with your spirit awake. My beloved, you may begin to notice certain people acting differently around you. Some who once spoke freely will become quiet. Some who smiled easily will suddenly avoid eye contact. This is not coincidence. This is spiritual confirmation. When truth begins to surface, people's behavior reveals more than their words. My child, Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into a season where nothing hidden can stay hidden. Every mask will fall. Every secret will dissolve. Every false intention will become visible before it reaches your heart. My beloved, your sister has been carrying something she feared would change how you see her. But heaven says you are not here to condemn her. You are here to be prepared so that her choices no longer surprise you or affect you in ways that drain your spirit. My child, she is not fully aware of the spiritual battle her choices created. Sometimes people think their actions stay in the physical realm. But every action releases energy, and that energy touches everyone connected to them. Heaven saw the energy forming around her hidden act. Heaven stepped in to stop it from reaching you. My beloved, do not be angry with her. Be grateful that heaven is revealing this now, before the consequences touched your future. My child, you may feel a strange mix of emotions, a pull in your chest, a heaviness behind your eyes, a quiet understanding slowly forming. This is not anxiety. This is your spirit adjusting to the truth before it arrives physically. My beloved, heaven whispers, you will not be harmed. You will be awakened. My child, something powerful is happening right now. A release of spiritual clarity. It feels like a soft wind within your soul, removing confusion you didn't even know you were carrying. My beloved, Archangel Michael is showing me a moment in your near future. You will hear something, or someone will reveal a detail, or your sister herself will speak something in a moment of emotional vulnerability, and suddenly everything will make sense. The dots will connect. The thoughts you ignored will gain meaning. The questions you had will receive answers. Urgent from the throne room. Archangel Michael says your name was spoken today, and what happens next will change your life forever. My child, my beloved, before you read a single word further, listen carefully because heaven rarely releases a message like this twice. Your spirit was called today, and I can feel the shift around you. Even now, something has awakened. Something has been opened. Something has been released. My beloved, before I continue, if you wish heaven to keep guiding you like this, make sure you stay connected. Don't forget to follow and subscribe now because messages like this are time-sensitive and destiny-shifting. Missing even one can close the door. Heaven is opening for you right now. My child, Archangel Michael says your name was not spoken by accident. A decision was made above you, around you, and for you. A force older than time whispered your spirit into a divine meeting. And when they heard your name, the entire room shifted. My beloved, listen closely now. What you are about to read carries weight. Your heart has felt heavy. Your mind has felt tired. And your soul has questioned why certain storms have lasted so long. But heaven says, the reason you were attacked is the same reason you are being lifted now. My child, heaven saw what you survived. You weren't forgotten. You weren't invisible. You weren't walking alone. There were moments you broke silently. Moments you cried without sound. Moments you hoped someone would notice, and someone did. Archangel Michael stood beside you in every unseen battle. My beloved, this is why your name was spoken today. Because you reached the point where destiny can no longer wait. The door that refused to open is trembling right now. The person who was resisting your blessing is being removed right now. The path that was blocked is being cleared with force right now, my child. Something huge is shifting around you. And heaven says you can feel it even if you can't explain it. A strange expectation, a strange heaviness, a strange stirring in your spirit. This is not imagination. This is alignment. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, there was someone who doubted you, someone who questioned your worth, someone who thought you would break before you rise. And heaven says, they will witness what I am about to do with you. My child, destiny is not waiting anymore. You were kept hidden because you were being shaped. You were delayed because timing had to match the miracle. You were isolated because noise would have distracted you. Every moment you felt abandoned, you were actually being prepared. My beloved, you are entering a season where heaven restores you in ways you never imagined. The same hands that were empty will overflow. The same heart that was tired will receive peace. The same life that felt paused will move with supernatural speed. My child, something else must be said. While your name was spoken in heaven, another thing happened at the same time. A chain broke. A curse cracked. A delay shattered. Something that was tied around your life for years lifted instantly the moment your name left the lips of the divine. My beloved, there is someone who tried to interfere with your purpose. Not by accident, intentionally. They wanted your light dimmed, your blessings delayed, your confidence shaken. Heaven saw them. Heaven marked them. Heaven has stopped them. My child, your spirit was fought because your destiny is rare. People with ordinary futures don't attract extraordinary attacks. You were targeted because you carry something sacred, something powerful, something that could not be stolen even when you were weak. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, your spiritual guards have been increased. You will notice it in small ways first. Sudden peace where there used to be anxiety, sudden clarity where there used to be confusion, sudden opportunities where there used to be obstacles. My child, hear this line clearly. What is coming to you next is bigger than what you lost. Heaven does not return things the same way. Heaven multiplies. My beloved, the reason you are reading this now is not coincidence. You were guided, pulled, directed. Your spirit was summoned. This is divine timing, not random scrolling. My child, Archangel Michael says, your life will not look the same. Not after this moment, not after this message. Not after your name was spoken before the throne, my beloved. There is a timeline attached to your blessing, a window that has opened, a door that has unlocked, a path that has cleared. But you must believe it before you see it. My child, something is being written in your favor. Your destiny scroll has been reopened. Your name glows differently in the spiritual realm now. Your story is shifting chapters faster than you realize. My beloved, heaven says the attacks you faced were temporary. The blessing coming is permanent. The confusion you battled was a test. The clarity arriving is a reward. My child, the pain that nearly broke you is about to become the reason you rise higher than ever before. And the ones who doubted you will be the ones surprised first. My beloved, this is only the beginning. You have not yet heard the part they whispered next. You have not yet seen the miracle forming behind you. You have not yet felt the supernatural intervention that is about to enter your life. My child, heaven is moving fast. Too fast for the enemy to interfere. Too fast for delays to return. Too fast for anything to stop what has been released for you. My beloved, your name has been claimed by victory. And what happens next will not just surprise you. It will transform you. My child, my beloved, the moment your name was spoken, the room did not stay silent. Something powerful responded. A force rose. A light moved. A seal broke. And heaven said, "It is time." My beloved, they didn't just speak your name. They circled it. They protected it. They assigned something to it. Something that has been denied to you for years. My child, Archangel Michael says, your blessing was never cancelled. It was only delayed until your spirit was ready to receive its full weight. And today, heaven decided that readiness has arrived. My beloved, you don't see it yet, but something around you is cracking open. The stagnation, the disappointment, the waiting, all of it is breaking like old walls collapsing under divine light. My child, there is something heaven wants you to understand. The enemy did not fear your present. The enemy feared your future. Your next chapter is so loud, so powerful, so undeniable that darkness tried to silence it before it started. My beloved, but heaven says we have spoken their name. Nothing can silence what we have chosen. My child, you have walked through seasons where you felt unseen. But today, heaven has seen you in a different light, a chosen light, a favored light, a protected light. My beloved, there is a shift in the spiritual realm with your name written on it. And this shift has already been activated. Your life is now aligned with miracles that were kept aside only for you. My child, there were angels standing around that divine table. When your name was spoken, they nodded. They agreed. They accepted commands regarding your destiny. My beloved, Archangel Michael heard instructions about your protection, your restoration, your breakthrough, and he has already begun the first part of the mission. My child, you may feel strange tonight. A sudden calm, a sudden warmth, a sudden moment where something in your soul says something is about to happen. This feeling is not random. It is confirmation, my beloved. Something has been sent to you, not a message, not a person, but a change, my child. And this change will not come slowly. It will come suddenly because heaven no longer wants delay around you, my beloved. There is a miracle that has been circling your life. It has been waiting for the right moment, the right level of strength, the right alignment. And today that moment arrived. My child, Archangel Michael says 3 words that heaven has sealed in your destiny: it is released. My beloved, before this moment, your life was moving in steps. Now your life will move in leaps. What usually takes months will take days. What usually takes years will take weeks. My child, the chains that used to hold you back have been cut. You will notice it soon in the way you wake up, the way you think, the way you walk, the way you move. My beloved, heaven says you will rise without forcing it. Doors will open without knocking. People will come without searching. Opportunities will find you without chasing. My child, this shift happened because your name carries weight in the spiritual realm now. Not ordinary weight, divine weight. My beloved, there is something else. When your name was spoken, someone reacted strongly. Someone who was never happy about your growth. Someone who feared your destiny. Someone who wanted you stuck. My child, their influence over your life was removed instantly. Their energy was disconnected. Their interference was cut. Heaven does not allow anyone to block what it has approved. My beloved, Archangel Michael stood between you and every unseen attack. Your spirit was protected even when you didn't know a battle was happening. My child, this is why you survived things that should have broken you. This is why you are still here. This is why heaven chose today to speak your name. My beloved, something else happened in that room. A book was opened, not a book of punishment, a book of destiny. And inside it, your next chapter was written. My child, this chapter has blessings you did not even pray for, help you did not expect, people you did not imagine, opportunities you never saw coming. My beloved, heaven says, you have struggled enough. Now let them rise. My child, you have been living in survival mode. But heaven is now shifting you into receiving mode. Receiving guidance, receiving clarity, receiving good news, receiving breakthroughs. My beloved, your spirit is shedding the old fear, the old pain, the old patterns, the old resistance. My child, there is no going back now. The moment your name was spoken, your old season ended and a new one began instantly. My beloved, heaven says your enemies are confused. The ones who wish to see you fail are witnessing a rise they cannot stop. They cannot interfere. They cannot reverse it. Your blessing is sealed. My child, you will notice signs. A message from someone unexpected, a sudden opportunity, a shift in your emotions, a dream that feels like a revelation. These are confirmations that what was said in heaven has already reached earth. My beloved, your destiny has been accelerated. Your life is about to surprise even you. My child, this is only the next portion. There is still more heaven wants you to hear. More that was spoken after your name. More that Michael is ready to reveal. My child, my beloved, what happened after your name was spoken would shake you if you saw it with your own eyes. Because heaven didn't just acknowledge you. Heaven prepared something for you. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, the moment your name echoed in that sacred space, a light rose behind it. A light that has been waiting for years to reach you. A light that has followed your path step by step through every storm, my child. This light was held back only because the right moment had not arrived. But today, the moment aligned. Something in heaven said, now release it now. And nothing could stop it. My beloved, you must understand how rare this is. Heaven does not speak every name with this level of force. Only those chosen for something beyond the ordinary. And you, my beloved, are one of them. My child, you have lived through nights that were too heavy for your heart, days that drained your strength, moments that made you question everything. But heaven watched every second. You were never walking alone. Even when your path felt silent, my beloved, that silence was not abandonment. That silence was preparation. You are being shaped into someone who could carry the blessing coming next. And now your spirit is strong enough. My child, when your name was spoken, the angels did not hesitate. They did not question it. They moved swiftly as if they had been waiting for the command for a long time. My beloved, this is why things in your life have felt strange lately. The sudden changes, the unexpected emotions, the endings you didn't plan, the shifts you couldn't explain. My child, these weren't coincidences. These were spiritual adjustments. Heaven was moving you out of places where blessings could not reach you. You were being realigned without even knowing it. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into a season where divine timing will happen naturally. You won't have to chase. You won't have to struggle. You won't have to force anything, my child. Everything meant for you will move toward you like a river drawn to the sea. You were always meant to receive something bigger than what you settled for. My beloved, there is a truth heaven wants you to hear with full awareness. Your blessing was never lost. Your path was never closed. Your dream was never denied. My child, it was simply being protected. Until the wrong people left your life. Until the wrong environments shifted. Until the wrong energies detached. And now they have. My beloved, heaven has cleared your atmosphere. This is why certain people suddenly faded away. This is why some connections fell apart. Not because you were losing, but because you were being purified. My child, your spirit has been cleaned of old attachments, of old fears, of old doubts. You are not the person you were even 2 months ago. My beloved, there is something powerful about your growth. Even you may not realize the level of strength you carry now. You have survived storms that others would break inside. You have endured battles that no one else saw. Heaven saw everything. My child, this is why your name carries authority now. This is why spiritual forces move when it is spoken. This is why the enemy is trembling. My beloved, heaven says they underestimated you. They underestimated your endurance. They underestimated your spirit. But we did not. My child, your life was not just guided today. It was rewritten. Something divine was stamped on your timeline. My beloved, you are entering a period of supernatural speed. Things that were stuck will move. Things that were lost will return. Things that were blocked will open. Things that were broken will heal. My child, you will notice this shift gradually at first. A sign here, a blessing there, a moment of clarity, a moment of peace, a moment of protection, my beloved. But then suddenly everything will unfold at once, like a wave that has been building for years and finally reaches shore. My child, heaven is not giving you a small blessing. Heaven is giving you a reversal, a restoration, a redirection, a rebirth. My beloved, there is someone heaven is sending into your life. Someone aligned, someone sincere, someone meant to help you rise into your next chapter. They are not here to drain you. They are here to lift you, my child. The old energy around relationships, friendships, and trust, heaven has erased that chapter. A new one is being written with stronger hands. My beloved, there is something else Archangel Michael needs you to know. Your spirit has been carrying someone's burden, someone's disappointment, someone's negativity. Without realizing, you were absorbing weight that was never yours. My child, heaven has cut that cord. You will feel lighter. Your mind will clear. Your emotions will settle. Your heart will breathe again. My beloved, you are not the same person who once wondered if you were worthy. Heaven has confirmed you are. Today proved it. My child, this message is still unfolding. There is still more. There is a deeper part of the divine gathering that happened after your name was spoken. You have not yet heard the most powerful part. My child, my beloved, there is something heaven revealed after your name was spoken. Something so profound that even the angels paused because your story is not just changing. Your entire spiritual identity is being upgraded. My beloved, Archangel Michael says a mantle has been placed on you. A spiritual covering, a shield of light, a divine authority that you did not have yesterday. My child, you have been walking as someone hoping for a breakthrough. But heaven says you are now walking as someone carrying breakthrough energy. Wherever you go, things will shift. Wherever you move, things will align. Wherever you speak, things will change. My beloved, the reason you've always felt different is because you were never meant to fit into small spaces. Heaven has prepared something big for you. And today that preparation reached its fullness. My child, after your name echoed in that sacred place, a question was asked, are they ready? And heaven answered, yes. They have passed the tests, my beloved. You didn't even know you were being tested. But every heartbreak, every disappointment, every delay, every moment where you felt alone, those were not punishments. They were measurements. Heaven was measuring your strength, your patience, your resilience, my child. And you passed with a heart that refused to give up. You passed with a spirit that kept believing. You passed with a soul that still chose hope even when shadows surrounded you. My beloved, that is why heaven trusts you with what comes next. Not everyone could carry this blessing. Not everyone could hold this magnitude of destiny, but you can, my child. The divine room grew brighter when they spoke of your future. Michael stepped forward and he presented something long overdue, my beloved. This was not just about protection. This was about restoration. My child, heaven listed every year of your struggle. Every year where you planted seeds but saw no growth, every year where you gave love but received pain. Every year where you worked hard but doors stayed closed, heaven has counted them. My beloved, and for every year you lost, heaven is returning multiplied blessings. My child, there is a reversal coming, a correction, a divine compensation. Where you were wronged, you will be lifted. Where you were ignored, you will be chosen. Where you were rejected, you will be preferred. My beloved, nothing you suffered was wasted. Every tear watered the ground that your miracle will rise from. Every quiet night built the strength you are now using. Every setback positioned you for the comeback heaven has prepared. My child, Archangel Michael says, your enemies will witness this shift not for punishment but for clarity. So they finally understand that heaven favored you when earth overlooked you. My beloved, there is another moment heaven highlighted. A moment from your past where you almost broke, where you almost gave up, where you almost surrendered your purpose. Heaven looked at that moment and said, because they survived that, they deserve this. My child, what is coming next is not small, not random, not ordinary. It is strategic. It is timed. It is destined. My beloved, heaven is aligning you with opportunities you weren't ready for before. People who will speak life into you. Places where your value will be recognized. Moments that will feel like destiny itself touching your hands. My child, you will notice a shift in your intuition. Stronger, clearer, more precise. This is because your spiritual senses have expanded. My beloved, heaven has lifted you from the level where confusion controlled you. You are entering a level where clarity speaks first, where guidance comes instantly, where you will know what to do without doubting yourself.